Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome to Dungeon of the Endless, now officially fully released as a gold release game that has managed to exit early access program and is now officially the third game developed by Amplitude Studios that is fully released. And I believe that most of us are fairly happy as a direct result because, in case you are not aware, Dungeon of the Endless is a pretty stellar game that I am liking a lot. I've made videos of it before, but this is going to be the first one in a while, and also the first one of the full and complete game. So what is this series going to be? It's going to be a playthrough slash tutorial, similar to my Endless Legends series. However, unlike over there, here it's going to be mostly playthrough with a bit of a tutorial. Because, quite frankly, while I'm not bad at the game, I wouldn't call myself bad under any circumstances, I haven't had a ton of practice recently because I've been mostly playing Endless Legend, and as such I couldn't really call myself an expert, nowhere near that. But I do have a fair amount of heroes unlocked, and I do have some strategies that I can share with you, and I'll try to do precisely that. So, spoiler alert, I'm probably going to talk quite a bit, so if you're not in for that, you better stop watching now, because there is going to be some talking involved in this playthrough. So let's go ahead and start a new game. There's a cutscene that I'm going to skip, you can watch it on YouTube, it will probably even look better as well, because I'm only recording at 720p. Unfortunately my game is bugged, it can only in fact be played at 720p. I have a bigger monitor than that, but I cannot, even when not recording, make it larger. It's a bug, it will be resolved shortly. So as you can see, I have seen all the heroes and I have most of them unlocked. Unfortunately, some of my heroes insist on dying before I can unlock them, which is mildly infuriating, but I guess it does happen. When you start a game, if you are new to the game of course, you're only going to be able to play with these four heroes here at the front. So that's Maxwell Kane, Sarah Numas, Gog Butcher Corsair, and whatever her face is, Nurse Dean Ratchet. Now, I'm going to give you some tips based on the assumption that you have only those four heroes, and based on the assumption that you have more heroes. So let's say that you only have those four. What combination do you want to go for? Well, no matter what combination you want, you certainly want Maxwell Kane. He's a really good hero, has a fantastic selection of skills in my opinion. He's a great door opener, he's a great operator, he's a decent enough fighter, although I wouldn't personally choose him to be a fighter. In general, yeah, he's a good guy, and you should probably try and play with him if you're trying to min-max it. Who's the best partner for this guy? Well, honestly, it comes down to personal preference. I would probably say that it's Gork, who is a good hero, an okay hero, a fine hero. Yeah, that's probably how I would describe him. Painfully slow, and the only thing he's good at is standing in a room killing monsters. He's also a taunter, so he can make monsters come at him and only him, so it's good when you synergize him with some heroes that damage themselves and whatnot, or some more vulnerable heroes. Other than that, he doesn't have too much uses, but it's still a good hero nevertheless, so those two are a decent enough combination. But if you want to have Max as an operator, then you don't have anybody to be your door opener. And also, I forgot to put a disclaimer, this videocast is not for people who know nothing whatsoever of this game, as they can probably tell by this point. For those people, I recommend either my older videocasts, like introducing Dungeon of the Endless, or other people's videos, or just playing the game yourself. Now, so this is an okay combination. Combination of Sarah plus Maxwell Kane is a bit better in my opinion, because Sarah is an amazing door opener. Still, I like Max more as a door opener, but you know, in this way you can keep Max as an operator and Sarah as a door opener, and it will be good enough. And probably the worst combination is Dina, because, like I said, Maxwell Kane, great hero. Gork, good hero, fine hero. Sarah, an okay hero. I mean, I used to love her, now she's just okay. She's not even the best door opener and she cannot do anything other than that, so, you know, there's a problem. And Nurse is just bad. I mean, seriously, she's got very limited uses, she's used to heal your party, but she's pretty bad at that, her damage isn't that good, her abilities are kinda meh, I just don't like her. You can use her as an operator, but she only has 6 sweet, which translates most of the time into extra free resource of whatever resource she's operating. So really not that useful. But yeah, you can go for that. So my personal recommendation, if you are playing with only those 4 characters unlocked, play with random. Because there is a secret in this game that you can unlock if you just are lucky and keep playing with random. I will not tell you what the secret is. I want you to see the surprise for yourself. I don't want to spoil it. It's pretty great. Just because of comedic effect, I would say. So try playing random the first few games. You're gonna enjoy it, trust me. Now, however, let's say that you have all the heroes unlocked. I don't, but I have seen all the heroes and I know how they work, with the exception of this guy who, honestly, I haven't played a lot. He died right after I saw him, and I only saw him once. I'm being honest right now. But as for other people, I know how they work. So what are my personal favorite combinations? Well, the best combination I can think of is Ken Masaki, the Sadomaso militarist, and this guy, Professor Josh Teller. Professor Josh Teller is an excellent operator, and he also buffs you all other operators floor-wise, which makes him a rather stellar guy. He's got an enormous amount of wit for any character in the game. He's really just an amazing operator, and if you want to have an operator, he's your best bet. As for Ken Mosaki, he's just really good. He benefits from being alone in a room, so if he's got no other heroes, he gets multiple bonuses, like passive bonuses, active bonuses and whatnot. But he's really good. His DPS is amazing. His defense and life are so-so, but still acceptable, I would say, and you can buff them quite easily if you try. And he's a really good opener as well. I love this guy. If possible, I almost always pick him up for my party. He's absolutely amazing for your purposes. Alternatively, if you want a different operator, you can also obviously go for Warden, who annoyingly enough I also do not have unlocked, but he's also an amazing support, a really good operator, and similarly to Josh and Teller, he also has buffs that affect your entire floor rather than the room he is in. In fact, out of the two, I probably prefer Warden, but Professor Josh, still a really good pick. So this is my personal favorite. If I could, I would probably play most of my games with this kind of party, with either Ken Mosaki and Josh or Warden. However, there are other options. You can go for a very greedy build, like a lot of operators, in which case I would probably say OP-bot plus Professor Josh and Teller is a pretty good combination if you are very greedy. Both heroes operate very early, both heroes are good at operating. OP-bot is nowhere near as good as he used to be, however, he can be your designated door opener while Professor Josh Teller is operating, and once you get a threat hero, OP-bot can man an operating table himself quite handily. So, OP-bot plus Professor Josh Teller, in my eyes, is probably a really nice combination. Otherwise, you can go for an aggressive party with some operating possibilities. So, for example, you can try going for something like, you know, heroes that benefit each other. So I would say Ellie's Nails and... Hey, go away. Hold on. It's sometimes a little bit annoying. Alright, like so, and... Where is it? Okay, so Ellie's Nails and Skroig is a combination that is effective if you want to be, you know, a little bit more aggressive, because both of those heroes can really pack so much of a punch it even made me cough. This is how powerful they are when they are paired up together. And not the fastest Ellie's Nails, but Skroig is a little bit faster, and in general, they provide an interesting combination of abilities. If you want heroes that are very good for buffing, then that's obviously the Chef and Lady Jolly Tulak. They are both really good when they're aggressive supports, if I could describe them like such. If you want heroes that are all around good, then this is, like I said before, Ken Mosaki and certainly Hikensha. Hikensha, stats-wise, very meh, but his skills certainly make up for it. He's got amazing skills. And if you want some other heroes, well then let's have a quick look at the remaining heroes. Troy, I mean, he is there. He does have very good stats. He has been buffed several times. He wasn't that good in the past. He was similar to Hikensha, except worse. Maybe now he's better, I don't know. I haven't played with him since the release version. Then, what else? Golgi, just don't bother. I don't like her, she's pretty bad. She can equip 2 devices but no weapons. I don't know, I think she's not worth your time. Then we've got Rakuya. Rakuya, I'm trying to remember what she has. I have played with her a lot, but I keep losing her for random reasons. So I don't remember too well what she has. I think she can buff minor modules in her room, and she also has things like Pack of Wolves, so again she's support-ish. But she's also aggressive, I don't remember, I'll be honest, I'm sorry. And those heroes I have discussed, and this one here I don't know. And as for her, Mitzi, she's adorable. She's a community designed hero as well. She's pretty bad though. She's got insanely good DPS, but she overkills a lot because her attack speed is abysmally bad. So okay, now this has been 10 minutes of BS probably, and you're possibly bored to death right now, so I'm just gonna go into the game now and I will go for double random hero, because maybe I'll be lucky and get the secrety thingy, and if not, then at least I'll be presented with possibly a little bit of a challenge. So let's go ahead and play Escape Pod. In all honesty, I don't have other ships unlocked just yet. I wasn't even trying to do that. I was more concerned with just playing for fun so far, which I've been having a lot of fun. Multiplayer still needs a lot of improvement, I'll be entirely honest with you, and I would love to be able to save in multiplayer, but hey, we'll go with that. Alright, so my combination at the start, not very good. I've got Mitzi, who I just criticized for being a hugely overkilling type of person. As you can see, 40 DPS at level 1, pretty impressive. But she does overkill a lot, and her passive skill makes her so that she is usually better left alone. Not very good, not very good. As for this girl, she's the total opposite. While Mitzi makes other heroes worse in a room, Lady Telerak usually has skills, mostly active skills, that make other heroes way better. However, as you can see, her DPS is much worse, which is to be expected because Mitzi's DPS is just flat out awesome, while Lady Tulak, whatever, is just okay. Either way, I'll go ahead and select both of those heroes and start opening the doors, because, like I said, you're probably already bored to death by my video. That's okay though. I mean, it's not really okay, but I'm having fun recording it, and maybe somebody is going to learn something new after watching it, which is all that matters. So, first room, what do you want? Industry generator. That is, I'm not even gonna let anybody argue about it, in my opinion, the best option, because you need to start working on industry, you need your industry generator to pay off as well. The first one costs only 20 industry and it gives you 3 industry per room, so it is going to really easily pay off. You just need to open 7 doors, and you're always gonna get at the very least more than that on the first floor. So let's go ahead and start generating some science like I just did, and proceed to the next door, room rather. Open the next door to the next room. So what we found is a research station. We could spend our research over here and get something better. Prison prods are particularly tempting because they pay off really well once you get them to level 4. Because they always only cost 3 industry, but on level 4 they actually pack a hell of a punch. So they're useful for most of the game. Later on they get less useful, but are still useful nevertheless. Pepper spray is, again, an amazing module. You probably only want one of them in a room because they have a tendency of firing all at the same target. So if you have like 5 pepper sprays in a room, they're all gonna fire at the same target, which is counterintuitive and counterproductive. But one in a room is so effective, really good. Suppressive Firebot I'm not a very big fan of, although some people like it if they have really powerful heroes. And Industry Generator, obviously a really worthwhile upgrade. However, quick warning, if you are playing multiplayer, never get Industry Generator 2s. Why? Because obviously all the increasements of FTSE are being distributed evenly across players. However, they are being rounded up, and the improvement between Industry Generator 2 and Industry Generator 1 is 0 in multiplayer. Because 3 divided by 2 is 1.5, which again rounds up to 2, so each player gets 2 extra industry per open door for Industry Generator 1 in multiplayer, and as such, Industry Generator 2 gives you exactly the same thing, so do not expect to get any extra improvements from that, unless you have a wit hero operating Industry Generator with an odd amount of wit. So, like, for example, if she was an operator, a really bad one, then she would probably work. Anyway, what am I going to do with this research? Well, destroy it. Because it is my second room on floor 1, I desperately need more modules, and it will take me a while to create any research whatsoever anyway. It is far more important, in my opinion, to just start creating more stuff. Which I am aware I cannot place right now, I just realized that I'm a bit of a dummy. Either way, I would not have been able to actually use this research station anyway. I didn't need to destroy it right away, yes, that is true, but I might as well, right? Alright, so I got some food. I could start leveling up my heroes, but I do want to save up my food in the event I meet another hero on this floor, which is a possibility. So I'm going to try and keep exploring in the same direction. Because if possible, I want all the monsters to come from a single direction because it will be easier to defend. Also, I have discovered the exit already and I can create another module, which is... just sounds about fine. So let's go ahead and create a food module. By this point, creating an industry module would not give you any benefits whatsoever, simply because it's floor 1, we have opened 4 doors, and in order for an industry generator to, work for you, it usually costs 25 industry if this is your second module. So for that to pay off, you need to open a whopping amount of 9 doors. So you would have to hope that there are 13 doors in total on floor 1, which is possible, but it is also possible that it will not happen. And even if you do open 13 or more doors on floor 1, then you have to keep in mind that, the benefit you get is still gonna be very, very small. So I would much rather recommend you go for food, or even if possible double food on first floor, and only ever have one industry generator, just because it will not pay for itself. Alright, so as you can see, we do not have enough dust to power up this room, so I'm gonna leave one hero inside this room to make sure that no mobs can spawn inside of it, and use the other hero to open the door and see what is inside. Very nice, an artifact, that's gonna be rather useful. What do we have? Use Chichin, that lowers your speed, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Gives extra defense and lowers attack cooldown even further, which is not exactly ideal, so who do I want to give it to? Well, preferably the slower hero, which at this point looks like is Mitzi, which lowers her DPS by 3. It lowers anybody's DPS by 3 as it looks like, so yeah, you can have it, I guess. Her DPS is still rather amazing, so it's, I guess, fine. So, of course, she's still gonna be bad out overkilling, but I can deal with that. So, let's go ahead and put this hero back into the dark room, and I'll use the Mitzi to open up this floor. Obviously, I'm not opening any of those doors, because then I would have mobs spawning closer to the crystal, which would not be ideal. And I do want to avoid it if all possible. Also, this crystal bastard thinks that he's smarter than me and that he can sneak his way into the crystal room and destroy a crystal, which I would rather it did not do. Alright, so let's keep on doing what I've been doing. I cannot create another major module, but I can go ahead and open some more doors, which I'll gladly do. So now I have a decent stockpile of food. And as you can see, I'm not also using pause because I actually have something lying down on my keyboard, so I was not even able to press the pause button. Space bar rather, which acts as a pause button. You can press this button as well, but who cares? I at least prefer a keyboard shortcut, so let's go ahead and put the faster hero. So that's her, I believe, yeah. Yeah, the other, she is faster, right. And keep using Mitzi as a door opener. Now mobs cannot spawn in this room. If they do, I should be able to easily dispatch them, even if there are some mobs behind those doors as well. Do I want to level up any of those 2 heroes? Yes, indeed I do. Which one do I want to level up first, though, is the question. It is a good question. I mean, I'm using Mitzi as my door opener right now, so I am tempted to level her up, because at level 3 she gets a active ability, which makes her immobile, but makes her also much more powerful, which I like quite a lot. Meanwhile, Lady Tulak, if I level her up, she gets skills that benefit other heroes, but since I don't want those two to stand together anyway, I'm not too keen on that, so I think I'm gonna level up Mitzi instead. And as you can see, I could level her up again to get an active skill, but I want to be able to hire new heroes, as I said, so I'll just go ahead and open some more doors like a boss. So found some industry, nice. I can also power this room, so nobody's are gonna spawn in there. In fact, what I just did was probably a bad decision. What I should have done is, because there were no monsters in there and I was in the room anyway, instead of powering this room, I should have paused the game and quickly powered this room, so that no monsters could have spawned anywhere. That's the safest way of playing this game. I've been playing a bit of multiplayer, so I'm not used to abusing this pause faction, but using pause, really useful, and it's gonna save you a lot of effort. Now, I am able to create another major module. Do I want to do? Not really. There's only one door that I can see, and floor 1 can be pretty small. So I would probably get some return from getting another major module, but I might also not get a lot. So I'm just going to be content with what I have. And now I will do this. So no monsters can spawn over there. I'll wait for a short while. Okay, now about a second or 2 have passed, so no other mobs can spawn in other rooms. So I can send this lady back in there to clear out the crystal before it gets anywhere. And Mitzi can easily dispatch the rest of the wave. She's level 2, and even at level 1 she should have no problems whatsoever in killing whatever I need to kill. Alright, so this is fairly close to the crystal room, so I don't want any mobs to spawn in here, so I'm gonna power up this room and go ahead and keep on exploring with Mitzi. So it looks like we have 2 more doors, so it was a poor decision not to create another major module when I had a chance. However, I want to excuse myself because, quite frankly, in the patch notes the devs said they have lowered the size of rooms, but so far it looks like... I mean, they did say it's only 13%, 14%, which is not a lot, but it feels like, I don't know, those rooms are still pretty big. At least the rooms I've seen lately are still pretty big. Anyway, now those 2 doors have to be the last ones. Do I want to waste 30 industry in return for extra 6 food? Extra 6 food isn't that bad. And on the off chance this is a really big first floor, I might actually create it. I know, I should have done so a long time ago. But I was honestly expecting this to be the last door right there. Oh well, let's get another food replicator. I could go for science creator too, as well actually. And I will. A little bit of extra science is nice and I'll be able to get maybe a better science or food generator next time. Alright, so let's depower this room, power this room. And actually this is not the best idea. No, this is a good, okay idea, because what I'm worried is that Mitzi is a better fighter than Lady, so I should use Mitzi for fighting most of the time, but I can move Mitzi back quite fast, and more importantly, those rooms are further away from the crystal than those rooms. Or equally distant, which, whatever. Logic? Nah, who cares about logic? Alright, so let's do it like so. And because this is getting a fairly dangerous area, I'm gonna use Mitzi as a defender and Lady as a door opener. Excuse my coughing, I'm still coughing for whatever reason. I'm sick for so long. I don't even feel sick anymore, I just keep coughing, which is rather annoying. I've got a ton of food, and I'm gonna level Mitzi up again. This is her ability. Like I said, makes her really powerful, lowers attack cooldown, which is also very important. But she cannot move anymore with this ability turned on. I could level up Lady as well, and I still will have probably enough food to hire a hero, so I'll do that. Get Dust first, which is decent. I mean, it does lower my dust loot probability, which is fairly annoying, but again, I don't actually like Dust First. I mean, honestly, I do not. It does increase her attack power, but she doesn't have a lot of attack power on her own anyway, so it's not that great. But honestly, I'm willing to live with that. Alright, so no spawns, so I can move Mitzi back and help clear any crystals that remain. And Lady should be more or less okay. She does have a rather stellar attack animation, if you don't mind me saying. I mean, look at that. Alright, she will be fine. There's no way those monsters can kill her. So there's that. Let's move Lady back even further and keep those rooms powered up, because Mitzi should be able to handle a lot of trouble calling this way. If necessary, I can power those rooms back in the pause menu and create some turrets very quickly, so it's not a very big problem. I kind of hope that enemy... Oh, wait, no, wrong here. I almost hope that the enemy here mobs in a big number will spawn over there, so I can just demonstrate this particular skill. Okay, so that was the last door. Now I have a very nice stockpile of all of the resources, and a lot of mobs spawned, so I have enough dust to actually activate this room on its own, so I'll do that. I could also turn off the power from other rooms and power up those rooms, and what I can do now is create a lot of prisoner prods everywhere, but I will not do that because I don't need too many prisoner prods. In fact, I believe that even 3 prisoner prods which I just made are possibly a little bit of an overkill. I don't think I needed to make those, but I just did. And just to be on the safe side. And I'm going to activate my ability as well, and looks like it was a poor decision in the end because I'm actually being killed, and right now what I need more than anything is mobility, which I just stripped myself from. So there's this little problem, so I'm going to waste a bit more industry because food is more valuable to me than industry right now, and surely heal up the hero as well. Meanwhile, you just said you should be almost done with any enemy thingies. Alright, there's that. And how are you doing, dear lady? You're fine. Now you can run, and you really should. I'll make him run to the other room, and I'm really careful to heal her up whenever necessary. 53 HP. She possibly might be able to make a run for it, but I'll keep pausing the game if necessary. And if a bigger attack comes through, I'll heal her again. That didn't need to happen though, and she is fine. I believe that activating her ability is actually what caused me to waste a lot of food right there and industry. I really did not need to do that. I should have instead just kept going back and forth between those two rooms and let the turrets handle the mobs while I keep getting minimal damage. Anyway, it's time to move my crystal, so let's power all the rooms adjacent to the crystal room, and now I have a clear way all the way to the crystal. I'm into the exit, so let's go ahead and grab the crystal with my hero. And since Lady is faster, she's obviously going to be the crystal carrier. Go ahead, pick up the crystal, walk backwards. I left Mitzi in this room so that no mobs can spawn in here. And she's gonna deflect the mobs a little bit as well and make sure that nobody attacks my crystal carrier, because if your crystal carrier dies, you lose the game, so it's rather bad. Now I can start moving backwards and it will be a safe and easy escape. I could even sit here for a while and let turrets do their job, but why waste our time? I could also end this video cast right here, but since it is part 1, and since it is part 1, I do not want this to be too short, it can be a little bit longer, and I know I was a bit boring with all my talk at the start, so I'll keep recording for the next floor as well. Also, obviously, in case you are not aware, in case you haven't played this game in a while, or are deciding if you want to pick it up or not, which you should, in my opinion, heroes can talk in an elevator, and at the end of the discussion, which I'm gonna call a storyline or a quest line or something. Once they reach the conclusion of it, they both gain abilities. At least that's the theory. Some other things can also happen. I don't want to spoil what can happen. Let's just say the results can be very good or very, very, very bad. So just be aware, things in the elevator can happen which are weird. Alright, so which comes first, ready or aim? That part always confused me. And that's the end of this dialogue, unfortunately. That's not the very interesting dialogue. I've never seen those two interact before. Maybe they'll say something interesting in the future, maybe not, I'm not fully aware. Anyway, come on game, generate, thank you. Alright, so let's see. As you can see, I did not get any notification or update to biography. If those two heroes were involved with each other in any way, shape or form, it would have been said that this hero is involved in the something with this other hero. But since those biographies did not update, it's clear that those heroes have never ever met each other before, ever in this game's world, story, whatever, past. So they cannot interact with each other. Good to know. So I'll never ever get any benefits or penalties for having those two together. Good to know. Alright, floor 2, and there are several ways to the crystal room. So first things first, let's explore the first room, since you have to open a door. That's something you always have to do. And go ahead and clear this room out. Looks like we're gonna get some necrodrones on this floor. You don't always have to get necrodrones on floor 2, I don't believe at least. Maybe you do, but I swear I've seen floor 2s with no necrodrones. Nah, might be just me. Anyway, I'm gonna start with industry generator as always. On floor 2, you can consider creating a second industry generator right away, because it is likely, or rather more likely at least, that it will pay for itself. And since I know for a fact that my research gives me access to industry generator 2, I'm in fact gonna go for a second industry generator on my next room, just because I know I will be able to upgrade it and get even more benefits from it. Alright, so now there are two schools of opening doors when your crystal room has multiple exits. I used to belong to the first one, which is always go in one direction until you reach the end, then go back. Now I'm part of a second group, which is more popular lately, which is open all doors adjacent to crystal room if you have the desk for it, and only then start walking in one particular direction until we reach the end of the maze. And there is a reason for that. It is very simple. Let's open this door while we're at it and have some fight. Let's say that I go in only one direction and discover everything there is to discover in one direction, but I run out of dust. Then I open a room, and then, you know, my bodies can spawn, and I do not have any buffer next to the crystal room. If I open all the doors around the crystal room, I'll power them all up and maybe have some bases around it, those will be my buffer zones. Last lines of defense if bodies come to the crystal room, and I do not have to worry if my dust situation is bad after exploring a whole wide area over there. That's the theory. In practice, both approaches are equally good because this game is randomized, so yeah, things can happen differently. Movement speed bonus to all my heroes, that's good, but the annoying thing is this Stella is here, and it's gonna last for whooping 8 even 10. So for 8 tests, I cannot create a useful module in here. Very, very annoying. Alright, unfortunately I also do not have any dust, so I will not in fact... Actually, I will open this room and I will just keep on exploring in this direction, that's what I'll do. Or actually, I'll explore in the direction of Stele and I'll power this room and create something in here, because that's smarter. Alright, so I don't want to zoom out, so let's create another industry generator like so. Now I have a very nice income of industry, and if I do gain ability to improve them, then those two will be in safe areas and they will also start giving me more industry. And they should still pay for themselves. I expect to find enough doors for that to happen. Alright, one hero stays in the dark room, the other keeps on exploring, and let's see what I can find. More dust, very nice. Both heroes move forward please. And what is this? Soul Taker. A sword, not useful because I do not use swords, I use spears and I use nothings. But as a sword I will be able to sell later on down the line. Now I do have some extra dust, so what I could in theory do is open one of those doors, hoping that there's a major module behind them, and keep a room in this room, yeah, that's right, to prevent monsters from spawning too close to the crystal. But it is a risky strategy and I don't want to risk it. I want to play it safe and secure, even though I really need to get some extra food and science. Speaking of food, I can safely level up one of my heroes, so I'm gonna go ahead and level up Mitzi. Yeah, I will. I will like her leveled up as much as possible if she's ending up as my door opener. Alright, dead end over here. Not very nice because monsters can spawn in here. At the same time, however, it is a safe hub where I can create a lot of modules and operate them all at once. In fact, what I could do is do something like this, and as you can see right now, it's all nice and dandy because I could operate all those modules and it keeps exploring the other direction. In fact, this is arguably what is a better decision than what I've done by opening all those doors around Crystal. So as you can see, both strategies for opening doors around Crystal Room have their own pros and cons. So it's really up to you. In fact, I think I like my old strategy better. Just keep on going in one direction instead of opening doors around Crystal. Yeah, I like it better. I'm gonna go back to my old strategies of pre-alpha days and alpha days and beta days. I have the new age. I like the old. Anyway, let's go ahead and, since I'm not doing this, go ahead and keep exploring. Like so. Got plenty of everything, however I didn't have any other major modules, which is mildly annoying, and the Stele is also making things annoyingly difficult. So, monster spawn in here, and I do want to get a dust from this guy, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I kill him. This guy takes a lot of dust from your crystal. If you let him... Oh no, please don't pat my crystal, thank you. Alright, he died, that's nice. He didn't give me any dust, and those guys often explode in dust, so that's a little bit annoying. Because I'm really struggling with dust, and so far things are not going really amazing. But, oh, well, I guess at the very least I'm gonna get some research, which is good, because I get my extra industry generation, which is what I wanted. But still, this situation is not exactly ideal. Still, I'm gonna continue exploring. My heroes are good enough to handle any monsters that can spawn, and if necessary I can spawn minor modules over there. Maxo Kane, really nice, an operator on level 2. He just needs a little bit more food to actually be able to operate, and it's just nice in general. As you can see, he also gives us extra science per 10, which is really amazing in my opinion. It makes you want to basically almost never create science generation modules. Pretty great, isn't it? Alright, let's put him in the dark room so that nobody's gonna spawn over there. I will want to level him up as quickly as possible, and also can power up this room so I can move you back over there. Nice and dandy. And go ahead and create a food replicator in here so I can start gaining some decent amount of food, which I so desperately need. Go ahead and keep opening the doors, and looks like there's a connection over there, which is nice to know. See what is inside this chest, and a lot of bodies spawned. So first things first, FUZ, or whatever you want to call it. That's a machine gun. None of my heroes use machine guns, so let's move all my heroes back to this central room. I said all my heroes, thank you very much. And of course, she, you have to keep in mind, does debuff my other heroes. Debuff their defense, but I think their defense is still gonna be good enough. Actually, I might use her as a buffer and use the other keep the other heroes in there. It's just the Necrodons? Alright then. Oh no, it's not just the Necrodons. It is just the Necrodons, but they stay in there, so I'll use her to kill the Necrodons. In fact, I don't even want to use Lady too much in the battle because she lowers my chance of dust loot, which I so desperately need. Alright, so you do says go back. I need to level up Maxo Kane to level 4 ASAP. However, so far I've been unable to do just that. So let's go ahead and open this door. Stella is gonna go away, thankfully, and I'll finally be able to place a major module in there. Very nice. Got some extra dust, no monster spawn. So first things first, I do want to create a major module. I also want to risk it, because this dust factory, it can do a lot of things. It can give you dust, or it can blow up and destroy all minor and major modules in this room. If it does blow up, however, I won't care too much. It will be a waste of industry, but still, we'll see. Anyway, I do want more food replicators. I really do need more food, so there's that. I cannot activate this anymore, can I? No, indeed I cannot. Still, I need it for more than dust, in my opinion, right now, because even if I had the dust, I could not possibly power another major module just yet anyway. So let's go ahead and open this door, like a bastard that I am. Very nice so far. Hold on, I got extra dust, so let's power this room so nobody's gonna spawn in there. And nobody spawned anyway. And I got a t-shirt. Oh, that slows me down, but it's really, really nice for defense. So let's have a quick look. This would increase my DPS as well. Slow me down a bit further, but she's still gonna be fast enough, so quite frankly, I want her to have the best defensive equipment she can get. Lady needs to be as fast as possible, so I'm gonna give you Stitchin to Max O'Kane. Can I level him up? Yes, but only once, unfortunately, which doesn't give me too many bonuses. I'd rather keep the food in case I need to heal somebody. Alright, so. I don't need to power the science room because, well, you don't need science in order to operate this thing. Can I go ahead and research something else? Neurostan module, dust fuel generator, keep cannon, and land module. Land module, in my opinion, mostly... I mean, it is actually... Oh yeah, they buffed it quite a lot, didn't they? Yeah, this increment is better than it used to be. Alright, so it is not worthless, I'm gonna admit that, but it's still not something I need and not something I can afford anyway right now. So instead, I'm gonna go ahead and start researching the Neurostan module because it is useful, it works quite nicely in tandem with some other turrets, depending on the turret. So I'm gonna take it and hope for the best. Dust fuel generator is cheap, but also kind of worthless. Skip cannon, I just don't really like. They have been buffed, however, significantly in the release version, so they are better now, but I still don't like them too much. If you really have a ton of science, then sure, go for it, otherwise, don't bother. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and open this door, see what is behind it. Hopefully something nice, hopefully an exit. That's actually really bad, because it is far away from my crystal room, and there are multiple ways to the exit, which means that monsters, when they spawn, they will also have multiple ways to intercept my crystal carrier. Alright, I'm not opening this door because it is A, a barrier, B, it is when you open doors that do not, that go into rooms that you have already explored, they cannot spawn any mobs, so it's a very safe door opener, and it's something you can do at a later date. Now, I am hoping that there is a door behind this door, because otherwise, I just wasted a bit of research, which would be pretty bad. Anyway, let's see, and there are more doors, very nice. Exactly what I was hoping for. More dust as well, so let's go ahead and power this room and maybe go ahead and enter this room before mobs spawn. Yes, I was able to do that. Alright, Mitzi. She can handle whatever is inside this room. I can't see quite enough, but I think it's a Necrodome. Meanwhile, 2 and 3 are gonna go back to this room, defend over there. 2 waves. Oh, those are the fast bastards though, right? Alright, so let's make a Prisoner Proud here and here. Oh, I didn't mean to create 2. Oh well, they're still gonna be useful, because those bastards, they can pack a bit of a punch. Ooh, wait, Mitzi, are you fine? Yes, you are, so let's go back over there. And you, this, or lady rather, you go ahead and exit this room because I want to have all the dust I can from those bastards. And as you can see, those prison prods paid for themselves. Sure, they costed me free industry, but seriously, free industry, not exactly what I would consider a big amount. Also, I just realized I could have created another major module there, but I forgot I had the industry for that. Which happens, unfortunately. Alright, let's depower this room, move... Can I level up Max O'Kane to level 4? No, I cannot. I will not have enough food for that. So I'll keep him at level 2. I'll move Lady to over here. No, Max to over here. Lady over there. Mitzi down there, and I'll create another major module, which will again be a food module. Yes, I could use some extra science, but with Max, I don't care too much about it. And I really need to level Max up, like I said. So I'm gonna try and create as much food as possible. And I probably won't create any more major modules on this floor because 13 open doors. On floor 2 I've seen as little as 14 and as many as 17, so, or even 18 sometimes. By sometimes I mean once, so I won't risk it. I won't create more oh wow, maybe I will, because there are even more doors that I'm discovering. Alright, Nelson unlocked. 2 waves coming. Alright, let's go ahead and pull back. And let the waves come through. It should still be a relatively easy fight. Looks like... Oh yeah, one fast guy. Hold on, I forgot I had this. So let's go ahead and activate my turrets as quick as possible. And I'll probably use Mitzi to finish off this guy. I didn't even need to do that. And everybody is nice and dead. Still got some dust. Right, that's nice. Depart this room. You know, all the standard techniques that I have shown you before. They are still applying and still working quite fine. I cannot create a major module even if I wanted to, so let's just go ahead and continue opening doors. Mitzi is now painfully slow, unfortunately, so I can unequip T-shirt so she walks a little bit faster to her destination. And then we'll re-equip it once she is there. Do I have enough food to level up Max O'Kane? No, I do not. Still not. I keep forgetting, but, you know, it's worth to keep reminding yourself that you need to level him up. Man, so many doors! It's insane. Anyway. Did anybody spawn? No, it's just her. Or this thing. And, oh, wait, there's another body in this room. Mitzi can still handle both of those mobs very, very easily. I just want to make sure that this guy doesn't get to the crystal room. And now she can solo the hero hunter quite easily, I would say. She should be able to... Oh, let's activate her ability just to be safe. I didn't need to do that most likely, but I feel like being, you know, better safe than sorry. Sure, now I don't have access to this ability, but if necessary, I can spend a bit of science and restore it. So there is that. Alright, now I think I can get... No, I cannot. I'm 1 food short. Oops. Whatever, at least I know exactly how much food I need. So there's that. I cannot create major modules. I'm pretty sure I need 45. Indeed I do. So let's go ahead and keep on exploring. And this is finally a dead-end man. Alright, my merchant, that's very nice. My merchant. He uses dust. That's actually really good because as I exit this floor, I'll be able to buy a bunch of stuff for him if I need to. Obviously, I can sell stuff as well. Now, I'm a little bit hesitant to do that because on the off chance I meet a hero with a sword or a machine gun, I'll probably want those things. And besides, selling those for dust, not very useful on a floor that is almost completely finished. So, nah, let's not do that. Unfortunately, we ran into a little problem. By the fact that there is... Actually, if monsters spawn over here, it's fine. Mitzi should be able to handle anything that comes. Anything that comes. Alright. Max O'Kane, I can level up and now he can operate food module. Which he'll probably not be able to operate. Actually, no, he will be. Because there's at least 2 doors. You need to open 1 door for here to start operating module. And then, starting the next door, he'll give you benefits. So I'll get some benefits from having this hero operate this module. So far, so good. If anything, I can create more turrets. And I forgot science! No! I wasn't researching anything, that's bad. Anyway, no waves spawned and no waves will spawn ever. So that's nice. Self-powered room. I wish I had discovered it sooner, but whatever. So let's go ahead and open this door with my increased gain of food because Max is now operating a major module. He only has 8 wit, but regardless is pretty good as an operator. And I completely forgot. Firstly, I need to move Max. Thankfully, I already discarded everything I had to. So now, the thing is, I can try to get dust from this machine. It does cost a lot of industry. But what I want is to make sure that the way to the exit is perfectly safe. And as you can see, right now, it is perfectly not safe. So I want to be able to gain some extra dust, because I also want to buy things from the merchant. So I'm perfectly fine gambling a bit of industry in hopes for extra dust. Which I did gain. 26 dust is pretty nice. So as you can see, I can power all those rooms now. And if I wanted, that's the safest escape a man could hope for. However, I don't want the safest escape a man could hope for. I want to gain the best equipment I can get for the next floor. So let's go ahead and have a quick chit chat to merchant about the stuff that he can give me. So let's have a quick look. I don't care about guns too much because guns I can give to Max O'Kane, who doesn't care about guns too much. He'll be most of the time operating some kind of module far away that nobody cares about. So what do I care about? I care about the frag grenade because it's a really nice accessory that you can give to a hero and it's just useful all around. Iron shield, again, nice. Let's go ahead and grab that. And I could go for a pea shooter. Extra 16 DPS, pretty nice for just 4 dust. And I will not even have to depower any room for that. Might as well, right? Although I just realized I can use toothpick for hair. So I'll go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and equip my equipment right now. So Mitzi needs the best device I can give her. So that's obviously gonna be the frag grenade because it increases her attack power even further. Which only translates to like 3 DPS. So actually I think defense, I need more on her. And you just, Lady rather, you can have that. So now Lady's DPS is actually fairly okay for a level 2 character. It's actually exactly the same as Mitsu's DPS. That's just because he's got an attack cooldown of 1 rather than an attack cooldown of 1 F and 5. So there's that. And let's have a quick look at this past room situation. Alright, so they are pounded like this. So what I can do is put 2 heroes, preferably my slower heroes, so who is slowest? Fastest rather. And you are equally fast, but Lady has more health, so Lady will be my crystal carrier. So as you can see right now it's all fine, because no monsters can spawn in these rooms that I'll keep my heroes in. And as such, monsters will only be able to spawn behind me. So this should again be a very easy and nice escape. All my items are in the backpack, so I'll keep them for the next floor. Very nice. Heroes are ready and good to go. Let's pick up the crystal, leg it, and it should be a very nice and easy escape. So far so good. Entering floor 3, I have an okay stockpile of resources. I could have more industry and food and science, of course, but it's fine. I do not have a lot of text. I forgot to keep on checking on text. My mistake, it happens sometimes when you commentate. It's difficult to remember everything there is to remember. But hey, it happened, and oops, I need more heroes. Thank you. Still, I have 3 heroes. 4, 2 and 4 levels. One of them is an operator, one of them is a good fighter. So yeah, it's okay. Unfortunately, looks like we're not gonna get more dialogue options. We're always looking for fresh cannon fodder, and that's it. No dialogues unlocked. These 3 characters never interact with each other. Very annoying, because those dialogues can be 1, amusing, B, useful. Unfortunately, we're out of luck right now. And this is definitely good enough for this videocast. I've been recording for quite a while now, and I think that it is a good place to split the videocast. 2 floors, a lot of random talks. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you have managed to stick around for this long, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mega Spammer. Thank you very much for watching, stay tuned for part 2, and I'll see you online.